Arena in beautiful downtown Boise, Idaho for the ICCU Holiday Hoops Classic at Idaho Central Arena. We've got a weekend full of games here for you, including two in-state home teams in the University of Idaho and Idaho State University. The Bengals getting things started this afternoon against the Sam Houston State Bearcats. I'm Mike Walsh alongside Andy Harrington for the broadcasts all weekend. We've got two matchups here today where the Vandals are taking on Cal State Northridge immediately after this, and two more games with you on Friday. But right now we are getting set for Sam Houston State and Idaho State. Andy, what are we looking for? Keys to the game as these teams take the court here in Boise for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, I think for Sam Houston State, they want to score in the first 10 seconds of their offense. So it's going to be super important for Idaho State to get back and corral Sam Houston in transition. And for Idaho State, they want to play inside. So Sam Houston's going to have to make some decisions on what they're going to do in the paint, because Idaho State has multiple guys that can really, really score the ball down there.
The Bengals coming in at 3-3, the Bearcats at 3-2. Both teams have played tough against bigger conference competition, and we'll see what they can do squaring up Big Sky against Conference USA here in this one. Two players to watch. First, for Sam Houston State, Veljko Ilić has gotten off to a great start this season. We have seen him drop in 10.8 points per game in a balanced Sam Houston attack. What is his key to the game?
Well, looking at Sam Houston, Ilić is shooting almost 66% from the field on the season, which is an incredible number. I think he's leading the nation in that. Cashing that is another guy, 8.4 rebounds a game. Obviously, he's a very active player for them.
And the other side of the ball, Idaho State, it's going to be Caleb Vandegreen, somebody who comes off the bench typically here for the Bengals. Vandegreen was somebody you spoke with head coach Ryan Looney about before this one got started. What are we looking for out of Vandegreen?
Yeah, I mean, Looney highlighted Vandegreen. I think he played 19 minutes in their last game, and Idaho State is big traditionally, so they're trying to find ways to play him with Hollenbeck and Otten all, in their rotation more, and that was one area that he really is focused on going into this game.
We'll take a look at the starters on both sides of the ball here. Sam Houston cashing that, Justin Begg, Veljko Ilić, Damon Nicholas Jr., and Po'boy King. And for Idaho State, we are looking at Jamison Guerra, Chek So, Connor Hollenbeck, Martin Keel, and Evan Otten. For the Bengals, coming off of last season's 15-15 record, they were 10-8 in Big Sky play, finishing fourth, made it to the second round of the conference tournament, which is played here at Idaho Central Arena in Boise. Ryan Looney in his 7th season, and he's got a couple of returning starters this year for the Bengals. We've talked about a couple of those. You see the names here for Caleb Vandegreen on the screen for the Bengals. Martin Keel, the leader from beyond the arc. It's a more balanced attack for Sam Houston State, which we'll talk about as we get into things. Ilić is the leading scorer, as we've talked about. For the Bengals, coming into this one, 3-3, and on the season, trying to replace a ton of production from last year. Dylan Darling, Jake O'Neal, and Isaiah Griffin all averaged in double figures, all starters who the Bengals are trying to replace. They have two returning starters. We talked about those off the top. Connor Hollenbeck still in the lineup. Evan Otten still in the lineup. Those guys started all 30 games last year for the Bengals, while the Bearcats and head coach Chris Mudge in his 3rd season are replacing all 5 starters from a year ago. We are ready for tip-off. Ready a little prematurely. We are ready to go. Idaho State, Sam Houston State. Guerra controls. And with a feed off.
Yeah, they're trying to go in early to Otten to start the game in the low post.
The themes we can expect to see as we get a drive to the rim, this time by Martin Keel, and he lays it in, getting the Bengals on the board first. We expect to see a lot of physicality across all of the teams that are here in Boise this weekend. And pounding in the paint and on the glass is going to be key for whoever comes out victorious. To the rim is Nat for Sam Houston State. He scores and is fouled.
Yeah, Nat was the two-time NAIA All-American at LSU Alexandria, averaging 19 and 10. He was Louisiana Small College Player of the Year last year. He's a very, very good player.
6'3" guard, making his presence felt on the low block. And completes the three-point play.
One thing Coach Looney talked about was Sam Houston's ability to speed teams up in the half court. They don't do a lot of full court pressure, but they're very active in the half court, which I can see right now.
Keel with it on the outside, and we've got a foul down low. Foul's going to be on Sam Houston. Velko Ilic battling with Otten on the inside. Something to watch as this game progresses. Ilic with the early foul.
Yeah, that was a tough one. He was fighting for position. Little horns early on.
Guerra, the one getting the Bengals in to their offense. Guerra, new to the starting lineup, just his second start of the season. And not quite getting it off. A shot clock violation as Otten can't quite get the ball to go.
Yeah, and Ilic is going to have to be smart with that first foul. He's going to have to battle, but also he can't pick up a second one here this early in the game for Sam Houston. He's too important.
Ilic and So on the Bengals side with a foul apiece in the early going. Less than 90 seconds into this one, and looks like we're going to take a quick pause here as we may have some shot clock challenges.
Yeah.
Quick review does confirm that the shot clock violation was the accurate call.
Idaho State's trying to get it in there to Otten early.
Boy King called for the travel. A false step.
It's coming in minute and a half into the game. Vandergreen.
Replacing Otten. Otten scoring down a little bit this year from last year, but as you can see, trying to get him involved early. Vandergreen misses, but Guerra tracks down the offensive rebound for Idaho State.
Shoot that.
Vandergreen rolling to the rim. Guerra trying to feed it to him through traffic. It's knocked away. Here comes Nicholas the other way for Sam Houston State. Offensive rebound by Nat, and he scores again. He has all 5 points for Sam Houston State, who now leads 5-2.
Yep, early in transition, get a turnover, leads to an easy basket. Same play as earlier to start the game for Idaho State.
That's So from the outside. Can't get it to go. Ilic with the rebound.
Got to corral them here if you're Idaho State.
And Nat loses control of it. Guerra to the floor, picks it up. Idaho State in transition. Keel will be fouled.
Yeah, King got him. It was close, but it looked like he got his wrist on the way by.
Taking a look at Idaho State getting out and running. Keel knew he had numbers.
Sam Houston's really trying to push Idaho State to the sideline with their ball screen defense. So it'll be interesting to see how Idaho State counters. Here it is right here.
Skip pass from Keel. Hollenbeck, the baseline jumper, can't get it to go. Sam Houston State off and running. King driving. Going around to the outside. Nicholas gets it back to Jackson Ford, who is in the game. Ford working against Keel on the baseline. And it'll be a baseline out of bounds for the Bearcats.
Idaho State leads the Big Sky in the least amount of fouls per game. They do a really good job of guarding without fouling. Watch out for the lob here to Nicholas, if they can.
Three-pointer up by Bragg, no good. Rebound Vandergreen, and here comes Guerra. To set up the Bengals offense. Vandergreen popping after the ball screen. Down to the block, working against Ford. Can't get it to go. Guerra, the offensive rebound. Another offensive board for Jamison Guerra.
As you're seeing early, Vandergreen got right to his spot. He missed, but man, that was an efficient opportunity for him. He's a load in there. Here he goes again.
Working against Ford again.
Yeah.
Caleb Vandergreen, a 6'8" senior out of Bridgetown, Australia. Again, he comes off the bench, but is the leading scorer so far at 16.2 per game, averaging 21.3 minutes.
Strong. Just plays at his pace.
Transfer from Minot State.
That was great defense by Sam Houston there.
Three-pointer up and no good. King with the rebound. That miss from Coleman. And now back to the inside. It's going to be Ford working the matchup on the other block against Vandergreen. He gets the bucket to go and is fouled. That'll take us to our first timeout here between Idaho State and Sam Houston State. The Bearcats with a 7-2 lead. We'll be back after this. Back at Idaho Central Arena. Idaho State talking things over. The Bengals got on the board first, but Sam Houston has scored the last 7 points, 15:55. Still left in the first half. A lot of time to go as you're taking a look at Sam Houston head coach Chris Mudge in his 3rd season. The Bearcats coming off an uncharacteristically difficult season last year. Idaho State coming off one of their better seasons in the Ryan Looney tenure, finishing 4th in the Big Sky. Both these teams replacing a lot of production from last season. Jackson Ford at the free throw line to complete a 3-point play for the Bearcats, and he does. It is 8-2 Sam Houston, who shows a little full court pressure here.
It's Etchison coming up with the ball. Talented player.
5th-year senior coming off the bench. Baseline jumper up and good, and that breaks the scoring drought. Lachlan Brewer also into the game. Off the bench today, has started 5 times this year, averages 6 points a game for the Bengals.
Bengals have a great bench, so no surprise really that one of their guys coming in can score.
Inside for the Bearcats, bag is no good. Etchison brings it across. Hollenbeck steps in with the jumper, can't get it to go, but a couple of offensive rebounds, and the putback is good by Vandergreen.
Second chance opportunities. He's strong. He got his hands on that second one, and it's a layup for him.
8-6, Bearcats still in front. Bengals keeping it close. 5.5 minutes into this one.
Peg does a great job of getting into the paint.
Dishes that time to Coleman on the outside, who can't connect from deep. Etchison bringing it across the timeline for the Bengals.
There's that ice ball screen coverage that's getting them on the sideline.
Coleman takes the ball away, takes it all the way down the floor, and flushes it for the Bearcats. 10-6 now, Sam Houston with the lead. Talking about the ball screen coverage, icing to the sidelines. What does Idaho State have to do to adjust?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the counter. There's a few things that they can do. They can throw it and chase it to get it to the middle, right, like that. They can set a flat screen more to the middle of the floor. That's always tough because right now all their stuff is more on a sideline.
Vandergreen goes hard at the rim, is fouled before he can get there. Can't finish through contact, but he will shoot free throws for his effort.
Yeah, that was a nice strong take for Vandergreen.
Take another look.
You know, he's missed a few of those too that I think, you know, he probably thinks he could make. So it'll be interesting to see as he gets more comfortable if he can find a rhythm with that.
Connects on the first free throw. Couple starters back into the game on both sides. For the Bengals, it's Guerra and So checking back in.
Little soft pressure coming from Idaho State, I think.
Joined on the floor by Keel and Brewer along with Vandergreen, who just missed the free throw. The battle for it is going to stay here with the Bengals.
Stole a possession there.
Keel off the inbound. Three is just long. So fights for it and grabs another offensive board.
So's gotten them 2 straight possessions by offensive rebounding. Yep, keeping them on the sideline.
Vandergreen, pick and pop. Just missed.
And they run hard.
Sam Houston pushing, Manning pushing a little bit too quick. Can't get the feed inside to Illich. Back to the Bengals.
He had Illich on a layup too. I think he just threw it, he predetermined a little early. Slow down a little there. Post up, yeah.
Looking inside to Vandergreen. Illich working against him. Illich with the one foul already. He's got to be careful, but a nice job to poke that pass away. Coleman driving. Illich inside. Gather. Hook shot. No good. Short. Vandergreen with the rebound. And Guerra's going to look to run to So. So knocked away by the Bearcats. Guerra back to it. And awaiting the call. It'll be out of bounds to the Bearcats. Guerra can't believe that's the call.
Yeah, let's see what we can. He may have stepped out of bounds. I think that's what the official just told Coach Loon before he hit it off of him.
So after a bit of a frenetic back and forth, the Bearcats will bring it across into the half court.
Full backdoor set for Sam Houston.
Nat pull-up jumper. No good. Vandergreen secures the rebound. So on the left wing, looking inside for Vandergreen. He's fronted by Illich. Instead, the pass to the top is knocked away by Coleman, who drives to the rim and scores in transition again. 12-7, Sam Houston.
About half of Sam Houston's points have been off turnover touchdowns, you know, interception touchdowns. So Idaho State's got to be a little stronger with the ball. They're just so active. They're in the gaps. They're pushing it to the sideline. There they go. They finally got middle.
Guerra drives down the lane, scores it off glass. The Bengals trail 12-9.
Coach Looney wanted a legal screen on Illich there.
Illich working against Vandergreen. Vandergreen reaches in, pokes it away. Illich regathers. Couple of drop steps on the baseline, gets the hook shot to go. He's tough.
Got to his left shoulder.
.8 points per game coming into this one for Illich, but again, one of 4 Bearcats averaging 10 and a balanced offensive attack. Guerra, kick out, Keel.
Great play by Guerra. Yeah, great drive, 2 straight possessions. Guerra's gotten into the paint.
Here comes Jacob Walker. Dancing into the lane, throws it up and out of bounds. It'll be Idaho State ball when we come back from this timeout. Sam Houston leading 14-9, 10:47 left in the first. Sam Houston State leading 14-9. We knew they were going to get out and run. Idaho State's making it a little bit too easy for them sometimes.
Yeah, if you turn the ball over and it's a live ball turnover, that's the easiest way for a team that wants to play in transition to get out and run. There's 2 examples right there. I think if Idaho State can take care of the ball a little better, it'll be harder for Sam Houston to score, but that's what Sam Houston does. They get out and run. So
Bearcats with that 5-point lead. 10:47 to go here in the first half from Idaho Central Arena in downtown Boise. This is the first game of the ICCU Holiday Hoops Classic, featuring a couple of in-state teams. Idaho State we have here right now, University of Idaho coming up later. Also joining the in-state teams here in Boise is a nice back screen. Backdoor cut there, Guerra finds Hollenbeck.
Nice play by Coach Looney there to steal 2 points.
The game coming up later, tipping off just after this one, is Idaho against Cal State Northridge. C-Sun. Steal for the Bengals.
Great transition defense there by Sam Houston. Getting into their offense at 15 on the shot clock, it's always hard.
Brewer has it knocked away. So again with a loose ball, is able to track it down. This one will stay with Idaho State as it's knocked out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock.
Sam Houston had multiple deflections on that possession. They're very disruptive in the half court.
Taken away that time. Evan Otten back into the game for the Bengals. Had it taken from him, and now he has to try to guard Illich. Illich finds Baggs, swing it back around. Illich has it again, high post. Double comes, he kicks out. Driving the lane is Damon Nicholas Jr.
Yeah, Illich was looking to get that mid-post catch, and he was actually trying to pass out of it both times that possession. I think they're looking for King first, and then they're going to run their set if they don't have that pass behind the hoop or under the hoop.
Illich pops out and gets it. Get it back to Bagg. Start the offense, 15 on the shot clock. Kick to King, 3-pointer on the way. No good. Sam Houston battles for the offensive rebound, but can't corral it. It'll be out of bounds to the Bengals.
Wonder what Idaho State will do here. They just got Sam Houston on a back door.
Vandergreen back in the game. He's out there with 4 starters: Guerra, Keel, Hollenbeck, and So.
There it is, more to the middle.
And miscommunication as Keel cut to the corner. Guerra was looking for him at the top. And Sam Houston pushes on the turnover, misses on the first attempt, and now it's a foul on the offensive rebound attempt. So Idaho State squeaks out of that turnover.
Another live ball turnover. Idaho State is fortunate to hold them. Great wall up there by Hollenbeck. So blocked out. Good hustle by the Bengals to get back. Sam Houston is relentless on the glass in transition.
Guerra again to the paint. Fouled this time. Can't connect, but he'll get 2 free throws. Bengals trailing 14-11. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, they ghost screened Kyle, and that opened up a lane for Guerra to get downhill. That is one counter to pushing it to the sideline is that offensively is ghost screening.
on the first free throw. Guerra averages 6.3 points per game coming into this one. Just a 58% free throw shooter, but look good on both of those strokes. And the Bengals have it back within one, 14-13.
Guerra came over from Oregon Tech, perennial NAIA power.
King the drive. Inside to Matt Dan, who can't handle it. Bearcats back on defense. Guerra to the corner. Keel spots up, knocks down a three-pointer. And Idaho State back in front, 16-14.
That was a great play by Guerra. He froze the defenders looking at the hoop and then just hit Kyle right there. Kyle can really shoot it.
Bag, jumper from 19 is good. Tied up at 16.
Coach Looney hiding his calls from Sam Houston's bench. Same play they just ran earlier. Ghost for Kyle. Another one.
Another three. He's in rhythm now.
Yeah.
Martin Kyle. Sam Houston State wants timeout. We'll take it too, as Idaho State jumps out to a 19-16 lead. 7:47 left in the first half. 7:47 to play in the first half at Idaho Central Arena, game one of the ICCU Holiday Hoops Classic. Idaho State has stormed back to take a 19-16 lead on Sam Houston.
Guerra's made some great plays these last few possessions, getting into the teeth of the defense and passing out of it.
Martin Kyle, the recipient of some of those inside-out plays from Guerra. Kyle's knocked down a three-pointer on each of the last two possessions.
Idaho State showing a little matchup zone to coming out of the timeout.
Houston finds the baseline drive. Otten is called for the foul.
You know, Sam Houston's really trying to drive it, in that situation. Other than maybe King, I would probably close out short and dare them to shoot because they really want to just drive that thing to the hoop.
Sam Houston coming into this one a 30% three-point shooting team. Idaho State checking in at 29.1% coming into this one.
I'm not sure if Nat was the guy that got fouled. I think that's what Coach Looney is disputing right now to the officials. I think it may have been Coleman. Works itself out though.
Crafty, that move. Green will check in. That's the next opportunity. He's back now for Idaho State as Matt connects on that free throw. And the Bengals lead 19-17 with 7.5 to go first half.
Little token pressure here from Sam Houston again. Just slowing him down a little bit. Guerra's starting to get comfortable with the ball screen coverage.
So driving, he's fouled by Nat. And we're going to head to the bonus, I believe. So a one-on-one opportunity here for Chek So, the redshirt junior, transfer from Cloud County Community College. So converts back to a three-point lead.
Brewer's going to check in for So if he hits this one.
So does convert, giving Idaho State its largest lead of the game. Brewer checking back in.
One thing that Idaho State does a great job of is they don't foul, and it's 8-4 in favor of them right now. Ball screen.
Bag, a late whistle, but it did look like contact from Guerra on the pull-up.
Yeah, it looked like he hit his hand, which they changed that rule to a foul this year. Bag is the guy, or excuse me, Beg is the guy for Sam Houston. He is constantly attacking. A lot of their ball screen actions, that was all false motion to get him into a ball screen in the middle of the floor.
Justin Bag, 6-foot sophomore, transfer from George Mason. He's from Houston originally. Village back in.
The city of Houston is rich with basketball talent.
And he connects on 2 of the 3 free throws. 21-19, Idaho State.
Live ball turnover.
Here comes Coleman with the pull-up 3. He gets it to go and is assessed a technical foul. The way he looked at the Idaho State bench after knocking down that shot.
Yeah, I stared down Coach Looney in their bench after he hit the 3. I don't know about that one. I'd have to see it again, but. Yeah.
Quick whistle.
I don't know about that one. They're
trying to keep things under control.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kyle knocks down the technical free throw.
Another live ball turnover that led to a Sam Houston 3 there. Coach Mudge doesn't like the technical foul call.
A little bit of a sportsmanship lesson there, our official. 2 free throws go, so Sam Houston had taken the lead just briefly. And now Kyle knocks down the 2 free throws to give Idaho State the advantage back, 23-22, 6:36 to play.
Be curious to see if there's a quick foul call here. Coach Mudge is working the officials pretty hard.
Kyle, another spot up. This one's long.
They are attacking. There it is. There it is, kind of. Little hand check.
Foul's been called on Guerra.
Beg and Nat are trying to get down there. I mean, they are attacking transition early. Idaho State putting their 5-man on the ball to try to get a deflection. Kind of a cross matchup here now because they did that.
He has it back, working against Otten. King on the kick out, Nat in the corner. Shot doesn't go, but Illich with another possession. King from deep knocks it down. Oh boy, King from way outside for Sam Houston. Puts the Bearcats back on top, 25-23.
Yeah, he's the guy that shoots it for them. He's hunting his 3.
His 9th three-pointer of the year. Brewer gets a couple back on the inside for Idaho State. King drives inside. Scores from the mid-range.
Kyle was pressing up to take away the 3, and he fell for a little hezzy. get it into Otten there.
Illich has been working with that one personal foul for most of this first half. Bengals have not been able to pin a second on him. Etchison.
Better get back.
Instead, we've got a whistle for a foul against Sam Houston. And Brewer's going to be our shooter. Couldn't see a ton of that, but Pocono King called for the foul on the loose ball.
Yeah, they were fighting for an offensive rebound.
Hooked him a little bit with his elbow and brought him to the ground.
Yeah. Good battle between both of them.
Lachlan Brewer, sophomore out of Australia, transfer from Sacramento State.
He's given them some nice minutes, just had a nice jump hook.
80% free throw shooter on the year. Gets that one to go.
Lewis
Bond.
Yeah.
Freshman Lewis Bond checking in for the first time here today for Idaho State. Freshman out of Los Angeles. With 5 minutes to go in the first half, Brewer knocks down both free throws and we're tied up at 27 apiece.
Windward is a good program out of the Los Angeles area. Always has a few guys that are going Division I every year. Elbow. It might come back to big here, but we'll see.
Knocked away, stolen by Otten. Hollenbeck corrals it and gets it outside to Bond, who will try to get the Bengals into some offense. Freshman working against pressure. Works into the lane, knocked away, but Otten is there to corral it. Puts it back in. Idaho State leads 29-27. Right away, Nat the other direction. He is fouled.
24 on that shot clock. They got right at him. Nice take by Bond coming into the game and getting downhill down there for Idaho State. Obviously didn't finish, but got to the paint.
Didn't look like a guy looking for his first points of the season, first points of his career. He looked like he knew what he was doing against this defense.
Yeah. Talented. Great size for a two guard.
Nat back to the free throw line. Gets that one. It's 29-28.
Nat is a good player, strong, plays at his pace, but he's aggressive. Veteran player, as are a lot of these guys.
You mentioned Nat coming up from the NAIA ranks, where he was extremely decorated. Idaho State got to experience a little bit of that last year with Jake O'Neill, one of the local products. He had come over from College of Idaho, where he had a great career on the hardwood. Ends up at Idaho State, double-digit scorer, an all-conference performer for the Bengals last year. There's talent at all levels of college basketball.
Yep, Coach Looney talked about that in the pregame, just how they're going to continue to recruit freshmen, but they are also going to recruit players from the NAIA D2 ranks just because they're older and experienced.
And that whistle will send us to the last immediate timeout of the first half. 29-29, 3:59 to go when we come back in the first half. Back at Idaho Central Arena, we are locked in a good one here in the first half, late first half. Sam Houston and Idaho State tied up at 29. Andy, what's been the story thus far?
Yeah, I think the pace is favoring Idaho State, but I think that the turnovers, Sam Houston is so active in their half-court defense that they're doing a great job of getting out in transition when they can to score the ball. You know, I think if Idaho State can limit turnovers, then I think they'd have a little larger of a lead rather than being tied. But credit to Sam Houston, they're super active.
Sam Houston, a team that forces over 12 turnovers a game. On pace for that here today, and they turn it over themselves.
As a head coach, I'm sure that kills Coach Mudge, seeing that happen out of a timeout. You drop a play and don't execute it. Daberco into the game for Idaho State.
One of the 4 returners on this roster from last year's team that finished 4th in the Big Sky. Try to feed it to him, but it's knocked away. And here comes Sam Houston the other way.
Yeah.
Begg gets the 3-pointer down, and Sam Houston takes a 3-point lead, 32-29.
Yep. Shot that 7 seconds into the shot clock. And here comes that ice ball screen coverage again.
Daberco, kick out Kyle. Daberco inside again. Scores and is fouled, and there's the second on Illich. It's late in the half at this point, but another inside presence for Idaho State is able to pin that foul.
Yeah, great pass by Kyle. High-low right back in, and Illich had to be smart, but he kind of got in between should he defend it or not, and picks up his second foul.
Daberco to the line, averaging just under 4 points a game this year.
Idaho State's got a nice set of size in the front court. They've got about 4 guys that they can consistently rotate.
No good on the 3-point play. A jump ball is called.
It's Idaho State's second free throw offensive rebound of the game.
Possession will go to Sam Houston on this one. It was Hollenbeck bouncing in there and wrapping it up. The tie up and the arrow goes in favor of the Bearcats. 2:53 to go, first half.
Middle ball screen for Begg.
Up top, knocked away by Otten, and he stays with it for Idaho State to come away with it.
Otten,
2.5 play.
Otten can jump. That was a nice play by him to corral the ball and the moving screen.
Whistle on the Bengals there.
Yeah, they got Otten on a moving screen, illegal screen.
Nat kicks the bag, he drives to the rim. Shot up from just outside the paint. And loose ball is fought for. Rolls out of bounds, it will go to Idaho State. Guerra back in. And checking in is Quinn Patterson.
Yeah, I think Patterson played at Mount Si High School in Washington, a perennial 4A power, can really, really shoot the ball.
Patterson, a transfer from UC San Diego. You mentioned Snoqualmie, Washington, the hometown.
Yeah, Mount Si is a traditional power. They have had a lot of really good players come out of that school in a short amount of time.
Guerra working against Nat. Now Vandergreen with it.
Strong.
Up and under, step through move, gets to the rim, can't finish.
Oh man, they don't get that.
And all the way to the rim in a matter of 5 seconds is Damon Nicholas, who will now head to the free throw line after getting fouled.
Yeah, Brewer swung down. If he would have just walled up, I think he would have been fine, but the swing down right there with his left hand is what got him.
Nicholas loses a shoe in the process. Excuse me, it was Jacob Walker who got to the rim. And he will be the one shooting free throws. Sam Houston leading 32-31, a minute 43 left in the first half.
Vandergreen was a little disappointed in himself. He got right to his spot, he just missed it. And he's at about 3 or 4 of those that I think he would agree he could probably finish. And if I'm Idaho State, I'm going right back to him. He's strong and plays at his own pace.
So 1 for 2 on the trip, 33-31 Sam Houston. 90 seconds to play in the first half. Another turnover for Idaho State, swinging around the perimeter, and A foul will be called that time, I believe, on Patterson. Excuse me, it's Brewer.
Coach Looney thought that Brewer was getting held on the catch there. But, I mean, Nat is an active defender.
Nat back to the free throw line. Next again, 3-point lead now for Sam Houston. You see Hollenbeck check back in, replacing Brewer. Brewer picked up a couple of quick fouls there in the last sequence.
It's a big stretch for Idaho State to keep this around 2 possessions. It's the last minute and a half. Sam Houston's got some.
Looking for Hollenbeck on the inside. They've got the switch they wanted. Nat defending on the post. Hollenbeck working, and a foul will be called on Nat.
Yeah, Hollenbeck was just taking his time. It was hard to help. Kyle was the closest guy, and Kyle shoots it, so they couldn't dig in there too hard. Coach Mudge didn't like that one.
Hollenbeck, free throw stroke is pure.
Coach Looney's still got a timeout. Well, I'm sure he'll utilize that in this last minute if he can.
Just short on the free throw for Hollenbeck. But it's a 3-point game. Sam Houston will push. Under a minute to play in the first half. Begg with it. Working against Bond. Another switch.
Begg's getting it right back to get downhill.
Outside, Nicholas, three-pointer. No good. Manning's going to be whistled for the foul. Attacking the offensive glass that time.
Yep. You say Bond hasn't scored yet this year. Opportunity to get on the board. Manning gave him a little forearm chuck on the way to the glass.
Lewis Bond, we talked about the freshman. And those are his first career points.
Smiling a little bit, just looked in the crowd.
At the college level. This is his first, these are his first free throw attempts.
Good for him.
Just his fourth game. And he knocks down both. Idaho State within one.
Sam Houston's going to take it down under 10 in the shot clock.
About a 10-second difference. Game clock to shot clock. It's the switch on to Patterson. Kicks out. Long three on the way. It's good for Jacob Walker. And there's the timeout for Coach Looney and the Bengals as Sam Houston pushes the lead back to 4. We'll keep it here.
What a great driving kick by Begg there. I mean, he just threw it. He knew he was going to be there and put it right on the money.
Trusting his teammates. Jacob Walker does the rest. Walker, a freshman out of Memphis, Tennessee. Knocks that one down again, 38-34. Both teams shooting it well. Sam Houston at 48%, the Bengals 43.5%, but it's Sam Houston's 40% clip from three-point range. Kind of the difference here. We've talked about turnovers, we've talked about transition. We're also seeing Sam Houston shoot it at 10% better than their season average from behind the arc.
Yeah, if Begg gets to his right hand, he's getting downhill. I'm sure Idaho State will talk about that if they didn't already in their scout.
13 seconds left and Sam Houston pressuring. Idaho State able to get it in. They get it back to Guerra. He's going to bring it across the timeline with 8 to go. Looking for Hollenbeck on the flare. Instead, it's Vandergreen. Jumper up, no good, a little long. And Sam Houston will take a 4-point lead into the locker room, 38-34 here after the first half of action at the ICCU Holiday Hoops Classic at Idaho Central Arena in Boise, Idaho. We'll be back with the halftime report after this. Back here at Idaho Central Arena, Sam Houston with a 4-point lead over Idaho State, 38-34. Good competitive first half. Taking a look at team stats. Both teams shooting it over 40% from the field. Sam Houston at 48%. It's that 40% from three-point range really making the difference. Both teams converting their free throws. We talked about Idaho State and the turnovers. That's what Sam Houston does to you. But already over their season average are the Bengals, and the rebounding battle is locked in a deadlock. Anything jump out at you off the sheet here?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty even across the board. I think the big one is just the 13-8 turnover margin. I think that's where Sam Houston has the advantage right now. They've generated, I think, where is it, 14 points to 5 to Idaho State on turnovers. So pretty even, but I think that's been the difference so far.
All right, we will be back after this with more halftime reports. We'll see some highlights. We'll talk more about what we saw in the first half. We'll be back right after this at Idaho Central Arena. Back inside Idaho Central Arena in downtown Boise. Sam Houston with a 38-34 lead over Idaho State. The Bearcats getting it done beyond the arc. 4 3-pointers going down in the first half, spreading it around. 4 different Bearcats knocking it down from the outside. Andy, how'd they get the good looks?
Yeah, I think a few have come in transition, and then a few have been back, just getting downhill and finding shooters to get loose. King can really shoot it, and he's hit a few.
See this last one here connected on Justin Begg.
There's the one.
The one that took us into halftime. Jacob Walker on the kick out. For Idaho State, they've made their mark on the offensive glass. 6 offensive rebounds against a physical team that rebounds well, but it's only turned into 2 second chance points. How does that effort translate into more production in the second half?
Yeah, I think that they've done a great job on the offensive rebounding glass. They haven't had some shots fall, but those extra possessions are going to go a long way in the second half of this game that's been very close back and forth. So I think for Idaho State, just finish some of your opportunities, but keep crashing.
One of the other big topics of discussion so far today has been turnovers. 13 turnovers in the first half from Idaho State. We talked about it during the broadcast. A lot of those in the run of play, leading to 14 points off of turnover from Sam Houston State. What's the talking point for Coach Looney at halftime?
Yeah, typically with teams that turn teams over, it's full court pressure, and Sam Houston does a little of that, but they're really aggressive in the half court, and I think for Coach Looney, it's changing your angles, slowing down, keeping it simple. Some of the passes have been chest passes in the middle of the floor that I think that Idaho State could probably control a little better, and they've done a pretty good job in the half court defending Sam Houston. But again, Sam Houston can get out and run. It's going to be a good night for them.
Idaho State was able to limit Velko Illich's production for Sam Houston State. What do you think Chris Mudge could do to get his big man involved in the second half? Just 1 for 2, 2 points, 4 rebounds. He does have 2 steals, contributing on the defensive end. Has picked up a second foul, played much of the first half with 1. How does he get going in the second half?
Yeah, I think that for Illich, he picked up that first foul and was a little timid offensively the rest of the way in the first half. You know, an offensive rebound, a simple drop-off could get him going. Idaho State is very good around the rim. They average 7 blocks a game, first in the Big Sky, and 16th nationally, so they do have good rim presence on defense.
And for Idaho State, Martin Kyle was the one who really burst out offensively. He's got 10 points, right near his season average. He knocked down 2 quick threes on back-to-back possessions. Does Idaho State look to get him hot and finding open shots, or is there somebody else that they need to get going here in the second half?
Yeah, that was a nice counter by Coach Looney. He was ghost screening him to get him opportunities to shoot the ball, and they hit him on 2 of them. On the third one, he missed it, but that was something that I think Idaho State might go to more in this half, is getting him on the move to get him some more opportunities.
Both teams warming up and getting ready for second half action here. The points in the paint favored Idaho State. What were they able to do to make sure that their scoring opportunities were close to the rim?
Yeah, they run a ton of zoom action to try to get their posts in onto the block. And, you know, I think one stat that popped off to me was Caleb Van de Green was 1 for 8 from the field. And again, he was getting to his spots. He missed a few in and out bunnies, in my opinion. And so if I'm Coach Looney, I'm going right back to him and telling him, like, hey man, you're right where you want to score it, go score it.
Once again, this is game 1 of the ICCU Holiday Hoops Classic from Idaho Central Arena. Right after this one, we're going to have the Idaho Vandals taking on Cal State and Northridge. These teams will take off Thursday for Thanksgiving, and we will begin on Friday with 2 more games. Idaho State will play Northridge, and Idaho will play Sam Houston. Just about ready here for second half action between the Bengals and Bearcats.
The Bengals ran a nice little backdoor play out of a timeout earlier in the game. It'll be interesting to see what they run here out of this first play to start the second half.
Kyle inbounding right in front of the announcer table. We are underway with Guerra trying to get the Bengals into offense. And instead it's Bagg picking it away from Kyle right at the midcourt stripe. He bangs off the dunk attempt, rebounded by King. Bagg tries a corner 3, and it's rebounded by the Bearcats.
I think that Kyle was trying to dribble at so to get a backdoor, and Bagg just anticipated it.
Bagg with 3 on the shot clock. He sees it now, hoists, and comes up short. Hollenbeck with the rebound.
I like that action a lot.
Foul called off the ball. What do you like about that action?
Yeah, they're trying to put pressure on the rims, setting pin downs, and then they're curling behind it just to get good movement going, get guys screening, and Nicholas got caught with holding there. Got to switch.
Hollenbeck working against Bagg on the block, goes in, middle post, hook shot, he's fouled. It doesn't go down, but he'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Sam Houston switched there, and Bagg got caught in a hard spot to defend Hollenbeck. Sam Houston didn't want to help there off the ball.
Connor Hollenbeck up to 4 points now on the afternoon with another free throw coming. Averaging 8.8 on the year, down from last year's production of 13.5.
He was quiet in the first half. I'm sure that they talked about that at halftime. Time to get him going.
Hollenbeck, one of those guys last year, was able to be really productive, really benefited from the work of Dylan Darling and Jake O'Neal. This year he's a little bit more of a focal point for opposing scouting reports and opposing defenses.
Otten with the nice block there leads Idaho State in blocks per game.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Sam Houston, who will inbound under the basket.
Good to see that, Coach Muggs.
I have a technical foul called on the Sam Houston bench.
Yeah, he wanted a foul call there on Nat's take, and you know, it was an aggressive take. I thought Otten did a great job of walling up, but
Kyle with 10 points on the day, heading back to the stripe.
yeah,
2 free throws.
this is Kyle's 4th technical foul free throw attempt of the game. Coming in, he'd only shot 2 free throws on the season.
Gets both of these to go. He's 4 for 4 on the day. 12 points on the afternoon.
Otten on the ball. I'll be curious if Idaho State can scramble out of this. They do. No.
Begg drives against Otten, finds the cutting Nat, punches it in off the glass, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Idaho State is putting Otten on the ball to put size to take angles from that passer's vision, but they've gotten caught a few times with scrambling because they don't want, obviously, Otten to be naturally matched up with Bagg there. Bagg made a great play, and Nat had a nice cut, a 45 cut to the hoop.
Obviously, we're seeing some of this chess match here with the opposing coaches and the different looks that they're getting from everybody and the counters that they're throwing out to their opponent. You see Mudge kind of in that situation. We've got Otten on the ball. Mudge obviously knows that he's spreading out his offense. How does Idaho State counter to that? Or do they just have to live with the consequences and make the choice not to put Otten on the ball?
It's probably something they've been doing all season. You know, I think that Idaho State might need to scramble and communicate a little better to get Otten out of that situation where he's guarding Bagg.
Cross-court pass is picked off. King all the way to the rim. A lot of contact. Sam Houston's bench got to be careful on their reaction this time around. Lachlan Brewer with the transition three-pointer, and it's all tied up at 41.
There's that.
Illich on the roll. Begg can't find him. Nice recovery by Otten. Kick out. Three-pointer doesn't go, but Illich the offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound, this time by Nat. The guy is everywhere.
Man, he can really rebound. His first jump is explosive. Another lead change.
Sam Houston back in front, 43-41.
There's the set that Idaho State is running.
Outside, Brewer, another three ball. This one's down, and the Bengals jump back in front, 44-43.
Great play by Guerra, getting downhill and throwing opposite.
Back, Nicholas, the pull-up jumper. Gets it to go, 45-44.
Delay game.
A warning issued against Nicholas touching the ball after it went through the net.
Sam Houston's got to be careful with that. The next one's a technical foul.
Already seen 2 technical fouls issued. Idaho State has converted on all 4 of those free throws, as you mentioned. Could be pivotal in this game.
Posting up.
Brewer, he's got the hot hand. Idaho State keeps going back to him, this time on the inside after 2 straight three-pointers.
He's given them a nice spark off the bench. 2 threes, 2 jump hooks, and I think 2 free throws.
Matt, pull up. And a whistle as it looked like Vandergreen didn't let him land on the jumper perhaps.
Mudge is working the officials pretty hard. He got that one.
Take another look, pulling up off the dribble.
Yeah. It's funny, we actually worked on that today. It's so hard nowadays with shooters. Their feet are going everywhere. You can't contest forward. You have to pick an angle or a side to contest, or that exact thing's going to happen. Every time Idaho State makes a run, Nat or Bagg is the guy. Like they're making big plays to kind of slow the momentum.
Nat hits the first free throw, ties her up at 46. He's got another free throw coming his way now. He's 9 of 10 at the free throw stripe today. The only one he missed is the instance where we're not really sure if he's the one that should have been shooting.
Yeah, you're right. And Idaho State's trying to go right back into the post here with Hollenbeck. They got Nat on a switch.
Kyle a little too far behind the arc that time.
Yeah.
And Nat's going to be whistled for the foul, trying to cut in front of Hollenbeck.
Yeah, and it was a foul. He wrapped him up. That's a big foul for Sam Houston.
It's 3 personals. That's
their guy.
On Nat. He's been the straw stirring the drink today for the Bearcats.
Brewer had a slip there.
Idaho State down 1, but with a chance here to make a push as Nat goes to the bench with 3 fouls.
Trying to get Hollenbeck again on that switch. High-low, nice pass by Brewer.
Begg with the front with a nice help defense by Nicholas. He's going to pick up the foul. Hollenbeck, a nice job getting to the rim.
Sam Houston's switching 1 through 4. And Idaho State has run the same set a few times now where Hollenbeck is setting an on-ball, but he's really trying to roll into the post, and Brewer made a great pass there to him on a high-low.
So Hollenbeck back to the stripe.
That is one thing. Sam Houston isn't very lengthy on the perimeter, and I think that plays into how they can turn teams over with their speed and aggression. But again, Idaho State made a nice adjustment getting their 4-man Hollenbeck into those high lows.
Hollenbeck benefiting thus far. He's got 6 points, 4 of 5 at the free throw line. He's now 5 of 6.
Oh, he's starting to heat up. It's coming to bag. Yep.
He's going to step behind that screen, but it's an illegal screen call on Ford. And with that whistle, we will head to a timeout. 15:51 to go in the game. Idaho State leading 48-47.
Sorry.
State back out in front 48-47, thanks in large part to Lachlan Brewer's hot start to this second half.
Yeah, Brewer's hit 2 threes. He's gotten to his jump hook with his left hand. He's been great off the bench. Idaho State is 3rd in the Big Sky and 39th in the country in bench points at 39.5 a game. And last game it was Vandegreen, but right now it's Brewer.
Brewer's 14, a season high already. Again, 8 points here in the second half. Just over 4 minutes into the second period as Idaho State takes the ball. The Brewers 14 leads the Bengals. Nats 17 leads all scorers for Sam Houston, but he is on the bench saddled with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, and they're trying to get it into Vandegreen right now.
Brewer again, just short. Coleman to the rim.
Transition.
Can't get it to go. Hollenbeck the rebound.
Can't lose him.
Kyle, 3 ball. There's the transition scoring for Idaho State on the other end. 51-47 Bengals.
Yeah, Sam Houston lost Kyle who shoots it, man. You can't lose that guy in transition.
Whistle against the Bengals.
Coach Mudge has been calling for that all game. I think he earned that call for the Bearcats.
Brewer whistled for that one to be his 3rd.
Idaho State tried to make a late sub and couldn't do it.
Adams not allowed in the game. Kyle picks up a foul this time.
Yep, and he fouled him. It was a hip check.
Now they'll get Brewer out of the game with those 2 fouls.
Otten coming back in.
Otten returning for Vandegreen as Illich comes back in.
Here we go again, Otten on the ball. Let's see what happens here. They got to their matchups well, maybe.
A lot of contact out front on the follow through. An offensive rebound after Coleman missed the 3 for Sam Houston. Coleman gets another look at it, misses again. We've got a whistle on the ground this time. That's going to be Hollenbeck, I believe, whistled for that one.
Idaho State made a nice adjustment there.
Walker. 3 balls long. Illich with the offensive rebound, working against Otten. We've got another whistle. This time it's going to go the other way. They're going to whistle Walker.
It's getting physical down there. These guys are competing. They're playing super hard. Both teams play super hard.
Vandergreen back in. As Otten goes to the bench, go back to the adjustment that you kind of mentioned there. It looked like Otten peeled off the inbounder. Is that what you saw? What was the adjustment you saw?
Yeah. Patterson, Hollenbeck, and Otten had great communication there to get the right matchup situated, and that's going to need to be an adjustment. Both teams are in foul trouble to start the second half, so we're going to see more of that. Hollenbeck back at the line.
Yeah, for the Bengals, Brewer and So, each with 3 personals. On Sam Houston's side, you've got 3 players with 3. King, Nat, and Ford all have 3 fouls.
Yeah, Sam Houston's going to have to make a decision with Nat here because obviously it's a big 3.
Manning in transition, pull-up, 3-pointer.
1 past 3. They really get out and run.
Looks like they will be bringing Nat back at the next opportunity. Vandergreen rims out. Guerra the rebound. And Idaho State will reset. Just under 14 to play. The Bengals with a 1-point lead, 51-50.
Yeah. They're going to try to get Guerra downhill.
And he does get downhill, gets up off glass, floats it in, 53-50.
Yep, he got to the middle there. Sam Houston didn't get to their ice coverage. That's good defense by Hollenbeck.
Illich able to grab the offensive rebound, loose on the floor, and Vandergreen fouls him going back up. So 3-point Idaho State lead. Illich with a chance to cut into that from the free throw line.
He has been a beast on the glass this half. He has created multiple opportunities for the Bearcats.
9 total rebounds so far on the night. Again, just the 2 points. He was slowed by an early foul in the first half, and this is the free throw here. Hasn't gotten going offensively, but he's absolutely a presence down low.
Yeah, needs to make this one. It'll get him a little rhythm and confidence. Nat's got to be really smart here. He's an aggressive player, but with 13 and a half to go with 3 fouls, it's too valuable to not be on the floor. Idaho State's going to Hollenbeck or Vandergreen here.
Illich long again, and Idaho State is able to come down with possession. On, has it taken away, Bag to the rim, scores it this time.
Yep, that's what they do.
It looks like Coach Looney might be trying to steal a couple of minutes here before this media timeout for Guerra on the bench. And Sam Houston smells blood with the freshman handling the ball for Idaho State.
Nice play.
Kyle answers for Idaho State. 56-52, Bengals out in front.
That's good flow. Rescreen, Kyle on a closeout. Bag
answers. Back to a 1-point game.
Yeah. The freshman Bond went under the ball screen and Bag ripped it.
Kyle's up to 18. Now a game high for Idaho State.
Bag's got to be careful. He's reaching.
He's hit 4 threes. Bag whistled. Bond able to stay strong that time on the perimeter. 12:25 to go. It's a 1-point game. And already in the bonus. As this game, you mentioned, has gotten physical. Lewis Bond will shoot free throws for Idaho State, and Idaho State will shoot the rest of the way with 12:25 to go.
Yeah, it's been a great back and forth battle. This half is multiple lead changes. These teams are competing very, very hard. The coaches are coaching hard. These are big free throws for the freshmen.
It's the first. Again, we talked about it in the first half when he knocked down a couple of free throws. The first points of Lewis Bond's collegiate career, and he's looking comfortable at the free throw line.
think this might have been a good opportunity for Sam Houston to get Nat out of the game just for a little bit with that media timeout coming. They chose not to. Looks like Looney and the Sam Houston bench are having some disagreements.
Bag penetrates Nat now to the rim. And it's going to be out of bounds. No whistle for the contact.
When he goes, he goes. He's not, he's to the hoop.
Even with 3 fouls, he doesn't know another speed.
Yeah. There's the same set they got Kyle on earlier. He's open again.
And he'll put it up again. King with the help that time.
Great play by Hollenbeck.
And we'll stay with Idaho State. But we're going to head to a timeout first. Idaho State, a 3-point lead back and forth here in this second half. The Bengals lead at 58-55. We'll be back for the last 11:54 after this. Martin Kyle up to 18 points, a game high for Idaho State. Doing it inside and doing it outside. He's got 4 3-pointers on the night. How is Ryan Looney finding spots for him?
Yeah, they're running a great set to get him. There it is right there to get him loose. They're flaring him off a ghost screen, but they also, Sam Houston lost him in transition last possession. He's not a guy you can afford to lose. There it is.
Kyle 4 for 8 from behind the arc. He's got 18 points. And the way he's shooting it is indicative of what Idaho State is doing in general in the second half here. 66.7% from the field, 6 of 9 shooting. They're 4 of 7 from behind the arc at 57%. They've also knocked down 8 of 9 free throws. And that is why the Bengals lead 58-55 against the scrappy Sam Houston squad, who you know will not go away these last 12 minutes. Guerra back in after the timeout.
He's got to shoot.
Step back 3 at the shot clock buzzer.
Sillage.
Brewer back in with his 3 fouls, guarding against Bag.
That's his move.
He's got a whistle.
Yeah, when Bag gets to his right hand, he can kind of hesitate. He's very efficient and effective downhill when he gets there.
Bag, just a sophomore, we've mentioned it, out of Houston. George Mason transfer.
Talented.
Real 1-2 punch with him and Nat in the backcourt.
Yeah. Illich had a great rebound down there on defense too. He's been a man on the glass this half.
He's in double figures now in the game, 10 rebounds.
Better block him out here. Back to a 1-point game.
Idaho State leading 58-57 with possession. Jamison Guerra.
He wants to get to that left shoulder. Yep. Better corral Nat. Shooter.
King banks it in. 3-pointer goes, and Sam Houston's back in front, 60-58.
That was a tough shot by King there.
Kyle Daberco.
Post up for Brewer.
Finds So. Brewer off the pin down.
Big possession here for the Bengals.
Brewer driving, going up and under. Illich is there to meet him, and he fouls him going up.
Another big play by Brewer. 7 on the shot clock. Had to go make a play and did. Sam Houston's got to be going back to Bag to his right hand downhill. That's I would assume that's what coach is thinking. Idaho State's had 2 offensive rebounds off free throws here.
Sam Houston in front, 60 to 58. The last 8 minutes of this game have belonged to Idaho State, but Sam Houston able to get a couple of quick buckets, and the banked in 3 has them back in front, 60 to 59 after Brewer hits the free throw.
King. Flare for King to get a 3.
Instead, he bounces inside of the free throw line and hits a fadeaway jumper.
That was nice. Got on 2 feet, got to his spot. Nice set by Coach Mudge.
Guerra zagging into the lane, stops, gets it up off glass. He's fouled. The shot doesn't go.
He put King in, or not King. He put Ford in jail there and got him off balance. Played a great pace there. Otten's got to be careful on that screen too.
That was indeed a 4th foul on Ford. Guerra's free throw goes. Ford's looking at the bench, trying to figure out if he's getting subbed out. He's not.
If you're Idaho State, you're going right at him this next possession. King's hot right now. Idaho State needs to find King because he's had a few now.
Guerra gets 2 free throws to get it back within 1.
Zone. Matchup zone.
Nat off the bounce. Driving against Ott. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
As you said, Mike, Nat knows one speed, and that is full speed to the hoop.
He has 17 points on the day, looking to add to it at the free throw line where he's already 9 of 10.
Yeah, and he was going. He forced the officials to make that call. Idaho State got caught in a scramble out of their zone look. I think they're going man out of the first pass. Not a bad changeup though for Coach Rooney.
And this is the first. Vandergreen comes back in. And Nat with 18 now ties Martin Kyle for the game high.
Yep, screen, rescreen. Shooter will come behind.
Vandergreen dribbling into trouble. Kicks it out to Kyle. Guerra now has it. Kyle in the corner looking for Vandergreen inside. Ford's going to pick up his 5th. Fighting for position, trying to get a front. Vandergreen dancing around him, and Ford picks up his 5th foul, unless we're missing something here.
Yep. Fighting for position, hand check, kind of hit him in a spot that was easy for the officials to see. It was above his shoulders.
And with 9:13 to go, not only is this a double bonus situation now the rest of the way for Idaho State, but Jackson Ford, one of those big bodies for Sam Houston, is going to have to sit on the bench the rest of the way.
Yeah, and surprised they didn't go back to Illich. They might be trying to buy him a little more time. They've got Dan in the game, who's a freshman. Good-looking athlete, just young freshman.
7 feet tall, 235 out of Ontario. Otten comes back in.
I think Idaho State's setting their defense out of free throws with a substitute to slow Sam Houston down.
Tied up. Coming up on 9 minutes to play. 63-63 from downtown Boise.
It's coming back to big, ball screen. Yep, here comes Dan.
Dan comes out to set it.
Kicked his feet out.
Guerra fights through it. Bag misses the long jumper.
Man, There were some bodies in there, and Nat, out of nowhere, just took it. Man, he's a high-level athlete. Look at him, just one hand. Dude's a winner.
The offense-defense subs continue for Idaho State. Vandegreen back in. Nat to the free throw line, hits the first in with a 1-1.
Yeah, I think Coach Looney's going offense-defense with Vandegreen and Otten there. I think he likes Vandegreen on offense, and Otten obviously leads them in blocked shots. So.
See if they try to get the freshman Dan into a situation he's not comfortable with. Vandegreen, obviously a lot more experience at this level. He hasn't quite got his shots to go today, but as you mentioned at halftime, he's getting to his spots and he's getting the shots he wants. To see if he's got an opportunity against the freshman down low.
Yeah, and they're trying to throw it into him right here. Oh, no, they're trying to get Hollenbeck.
Trying to get him into that switch with Nat, who's in foul trouble.
Out of bounds.
That ball pressure from Sam Houston forcing Idaho State's offense to be operated a little bit further out from the three-point line than they probably liked. 8.5 to go.
They're reviewing if he was out.
We're going to have a review here with the clock right on 8:30. See if they send it to the media.
Nat was fighting for position and had a nice deflection, but he has to be careful. With 3 fouls, you don't want to get a cheap one fighting for a deflection at this point in the game. He's too valuable offensively for them right now.
We're going to take a look from our vantage point. Tough to tell, but they are going to take the review, and we are going to take the timeout. So we'll send it to break here, and we'll be back with a resolution on this video review in a game. Sam Houston leads 65-63. We're back with Sam Houston retaining possession. It was an unsuccessful coach's challenge for Idaho State there on the out-of-bounds call, trying to double-check and see if Idaho State did not, in fact, step on the line. It was ruled that they did step out of bounds.
King coming up. It's coming back to back, though.
A lot of movement here for Sam Houston, getting King to the corner, shuffles his feet, throws it up, just short, but Sam Houston with the rebound. Nicholas driving, up off glass, and good.
It's big.
Second chance points for Sam Houston State, 67-63 now in front.
Ooh.
14 second chance points for Sam Houston today. And here's the matchup, Vandegreen against the freshman Dan. And Vandegreen makes it look easy.
Yeah, I'd be curious the age difference there. I mean, he just took his time. Dan was walling up early and obviously had a layup.
See if that's what gets Vandegreen going, but Illich is ready to check back in.
It's coming up.
Nicholas got her step off the three-point line.
Good help by Vandegreen.
Nat, shot clock winding down. Pull-up jumper's good. He stepped on the line before he took off, but what a jumper.
He's smiling. He's feeling confident. He's made some big plays for the Bearcats.
Cashy Nat getting his chance to shine at the Division I level.
Heck of a player.
Goes for the ball fake on Kyle, who dumps it inside. And Sam Houston can't get Illich in the game fast enough. Vandegreen, the easy dunker spot, 69-67, Sam Houston.
Yeah, they got caught in a switch off the ball and were scrambling from there. Ooh. Sam Houston's calling timeout.
Timeout for Sam Houston is going to send us to another timeout. We'll take this one here. Send it away for a couple messages. We'll be back. Sam Houston leading 69-67 with 6:31 to go. Sam Houston in front, 69-67. Cashy Nat really the reason why. He has 22 points thus far in the game, and he has no sign of slowing down. What's he doing well?
He is, every drive he's catching it, and he is downhill, whether it's right or left. He's had some big time offensive rebounds in traffic. He's just he's made some big plays. He had a big shot on the shot clock. Be curious to see what they do here. They've been trying to get King loose a little bit with threes, or maybe getting Begg to his right hand. They're in his Idaho State's in their matchup 1-3-1 zone. They're going to match up out of this first pass, I think. Yep, there they go.
They drop into a 2-3. King in the corner. Illich back in the game, gets the offensive rebound, but it's turned away. His putback attempt. Idaho State will get going the other way. Down 2.
Big block. Coach Looney trying to steal possession with a little zone look. Daring so to shoot.
Spins baseline, and he's fouled. So Vandegreen gets going a little bit while Illich was out of the game. Now he's feeling himself, spins baseline against Illich and collects the foul. Gets the bucket to go. We're tied, and he's got a chance to give the Bengals the lead.
That was a nice move. Got his body leaning one way and then just used it against him and spun right off him. Sub coming in.
3-point play converted. Idaho State back in front, 70-69. High scoring game here in this one. It's how Sam Houston likes it, but Idaho State playing with them. 5:53 to go, already 70-69. The Bengals average 71.2 points per game. Sam Houston, on the other hand, averaging nearly 87 a game through the first 5 contests of the season.
Yeah, and they took Vandegreen out here. I think they're going offense, defense again.
Bag and grain. Daverco was standing out of bounds. He knew he couldn't touch it, and the ball just kind of kept caroming around. Bag eventually threw it out of bounds, trying to find somebody on the Bearcats to corral it. Couldn't. Bengals will get it back, leading 70-69.
Yeah, if you let Bag get it to his right hand, he's going to get to his spot. He didn't make that layup there, but that was more of a miss than anything.
That dead ball allows Vandegreen to come back in on the offensive side. He has it ripped away from him, but he gets it back, going to the floor. Guerra now with it, will reset, 13 on the shot clock. Guerra, step back, three-pointer, rims out. And it'll be Bearcats ball.
Bag, King or Nat, it's one of them. If you let Bag get to his right hand, he's going to make a play. If I'm Idaho State, I'm pushing him to his left hand. He's not the same player to that hand. If you let him get to his right, though, he's going to get to his spot or make the right pass.
Bag brings it across.
They were anticipating zone.
Kick out 3 is short, but Coleman there to collect the rebound, rips it up off the glass with the up and under move, and Sam Houston goes back in front, 71-70 on the nice finish.
Yeah, I think that he could see the rebound in the air because it was an air ball, and Idaho State was out of position.
Brewer, nice cut to the rim, gets it up off glass and gets it to go.
Nice pass by Daverco.
Idaho State in front, 72-71.
Here he comes, downhill.
Nat working against So. Got So to stay in front. Here comes King. Nat can't stay in front of that one. Nat to the rim. He scores again.
Man, you got to low to him early. Nice. Keep him on the sideline. Nice, Guerra.
Back and forth we go, cat and mouse between these guards playing against the ball screen defense. Guerra able to get to the rim that time and collect a foul. We're going to take a break. 3:49 to go. Guerra has a chance to put Idaho State in front. Right now they trail 73-72. Crunch time at Idaho Central Arena. 3:49 to go. Sam Houston with the lead, 73-72. But Idaho State will head to the free throw stripe, looking to take the lead back.
Yeah, and Otten's back in the game for Vandegreen. They're going offense, defense. I think if I'm Idaho State, you've got to keep Nat in front of the ball. I mean, or in front of the hoop. You can't let him get downhill to beat you. And Idaho State, if you take care of that ball and get it inside, you've shown that you can score. Idaho State might go their little matchup zone here out of this timeout.
Guerra's first free throw ties it up. It's our 13th tie of this game, 17 lead changes. Make it 18. Guerra puts Idaho State back in front, 74-73. Guerra up to 10. He's in double figures along with Kyle, Brewer, and Vandegreen for Idaho State. And looking for somewhere to go. Nat has it out top, leaves it on the deck. And a held ball, no, a timeout given to Sam Houston.
It's close. It's a close one. That was great defense by Idaho State, though, there corralling Nat as he tried to get downhill.
3 defenders surrounded him. He was able to get on it just in time for the timeout to be granted. So 10 on the shot clock. Idaho State back in front by 1, 3:29 to play. As we recap kind of how we got here, we have talked so much about the backcourt here for Sam Houston. And it's Cashy Nat and Justin Bagg. Nat with 24, Bagg with 14. Is there anywhere else Sam Houston can go with the ball here with 10 seconds on the shot clock?
Yeah, I mean, Idaho State's it's underneath the hoop, so we'll see how they guard this or defend this baseline out of bounds. Bagg's gotten loose a few times they make the change with So guarding him so they can match up naturally, but the only other guy is King. He can shoot it, and he might be a guy that they might find.
Small lineup for Idaho State.
Lob.
Allows Nat to get open at the rim, but he can't bring it in. No true 5-man out there for ISU. We've talked so much about the way they've defended the inbounds play, and now we'll see how they operate on offense.
It's coming
with
back
this
to
small
Guerra.
lineup.
Yep. I think they're just going Guerra downhill.
Kick out, Kyle in the corner. The shot's long, didn't draw iron. Another jumper goes up by Hollenbeck. And instead, Nat gets it and is running.
Yeah.
1 on 4, and he still gets to the rim.
Yeah, that's an automatic 2 points for him. Timeout, Idaho State.
The Bengals get their lineup right. Sam Houston jumps back in front, 75-74. Again, back and forth we go, back and forth we go. We're taking a look at Nat getting out in transition. Smooth finish.
Yeah, Idaho State had to shoot the ball. They were a little out of sorts because of that, and that allowed for Nat to get out on the rebound and push.
26 in the game for Nat. It's a season high. That's a Division I career high for him. And just his first season with Sam Houston. But interestingly enough, his other great game so far this year, his biggest game, was against a top 10 Texas Tech team, where he went for 16 and 11. He's a guy who can be on the floor really with anybody.
Yeah, he's an elite athlete. He's fearless. He plays hard. He plays with confidence. You can see why he was a 2-time NAIA All-American.
Bengals do get Vandegreen back in the game here. So it's Guerra, Hollenbeck, Brewer, Kyle, Vandegreen who has it at the top.
They're going to get post up here. Oh. Nat.
Sam Houston is working with a bit of a smaller lineup out there as well. It's Manning guarding Vandegreen inside.
He's got to shoot that.
Vandegreen, pop out 3. No good. We have a whistle inside, and it's going to be on King, I believe, with Hollenbeck shooting.
Hollenbeck does a great job of when the shot goes up, he's blocking out as an offensive player to create position. pushed him under the hoop there.
2:20 to go. That's King's fourth. Now 3 Bearcats with 4 fouls. It's King, Illich, and Manning. And then Ford has already fouled out. Ford fouled out with about 10 minutes to play.
Yeah, it's a big miss too there.
Hollenbeck can't get the first to go. He'll have a chance to tie it here. Sam Houston leading 75-74.
Idaho State's matching up their guys right now. Nat and Big. It's Nat and Big.
Hollenbeck gets the second. He's up to 8 points on the evening. Ball tipped away, but it's off of Sam Houston. And Coach Mudge asking if they should challenge. He's asking for Beggs' opinion. Beggs saying no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious when they put Illich back in the game. I think that at some point, even with 4 fouls, they're going to have to go back to him, especially for their offense.
Tied up. Approaching 2 minutes to play in regulation.
Little horns. They're going to try to get Hollenbeck here on a switch.
He has it, backing down on the block, kicks to Kyle. Kyle swings it to So. So into the paint, we've got a whistle. And it's Coleman who's going to be whistled for the foul on the drive.
Yeah, they didn't get the switch, but they got Hollenbeck to the mid post, and then they were scrambling Sam Houston. I think that's going to be their go-to play down the stretch here.
Coleman with 3 fouls. Nat also has 3.
Illich looks like he's moving a little weird, like his lower back or something might be bothering him. He's been standing by the water since the 10-minute mark, just staying fresh too.
So misses the first free throw. Illich is back in there. We'll see if he's laboring. You mentioned when he was on the bench, he wasn't sitting on the bench. He was standing behind the bench.
Yeah. Big free throw for So.
And he cashes that one in. 76-75, Idaho State in front. 1:48 to play.
Zipper screen for King. Trying to get Nat the ball here, and they're going to flare King and get to it though.
Illich into the paint, going over his left shoulder in the middle. Jump hook is good. That puts Sam Houston back in front. It's the second field goal of the night for Illich, a big one.
Yep. Same play for Kyle.
Guerra, hesitation at the free throw line, steps back. He has Illich guarding him with those 4 fouls. Guerra gets to the rim. There was a foul, blocked.
Yeah, Nat got his hands
Nat
in.
with his 4th.
Reached in.
The lesser of 2 evils there for the Bearcats. Nat picks up his 4th. It would have been 5 on Illich. Now they're both saddled with 4.
It'll be interesting to see if this game somehow does go to overtime. A lot of foul trouble on both sides of the court, especially for Sam Houston.
Guerra ties it up. 1:08 to go.
One timeout apiece.
And the Bengals back in front. Idaho State has not converted a field goal since 4:19 to go, over 3 minutes ago, but they are back in front. They have been connecting at the free throw line just enough to take this 1-point lead, 78-77, under a minute. Bag for 3, bounces up off the rim, no good. Big rebound by Otten, and he's fouled. Didn't look like they meant to foul necessarily, but
No.
contact under the rim.
What is Otten from the line this year? 50%, so may not be a bad foul there.
A little reach in by Nicholas after Otten came to the ground with the rebound. 53.1, we march to the other end. We've been in the bonus for over 12 minutes. here for Idaho State at their end of the floor. 78-77, Bengals in front.
There's a lot of time left in this game. Sam Houston can still take it to the hoop.
Otten with 2 free throws. He misses the first.
Yeah. Sam Houston's got to secure this rebound if he misses. They've given up a few.
And he does miss. Illich with the board.
You might be thinking 2 for 1 here. Might be too late now if you're Sam Houston.
There we go if they want that. Doesn't look like that's what they're interested in. 1-point game. Sam Houston trailing.
Got to his right hand.
Kick out. Nicholas, 3-pointers, good. Big shot from Damon Nicholas, and Sam Houston takes a 2-point lead. Idaho State gets into the front court and calls timeout. 28.4 on the clock. We're going to keep it here. Big shot from Damon Nicholas. Take a look at Bag on the kick out.
Yeah, Bay got to his right hand. Hollenbach's loaded into the paint to stop that because he's shown he can get there, and Nicholas hits a big 3.
80-78. That is Nicholas's first 3 of the game. He has 7 points in this one. 8 for 25 from 3-point range for the Bearcats on the night. 4 of 15 in the second half now.
If you're Idaho State, you're going to Hollenbach or Van de Green in the block. Illich has 4 fouls. They're playing small at their 4 position. Hollenbach should have an advantage. Maybe Nat comes out of the game for Sam Houston just so you don't foul with him.
Yeah, interesting choice there. We'll see what they come out with. Certainly if this game goes to overtime, you have to have him. But does he help you make sure it doesn't go to overtime on the defensive end?
Yeah, and just looking at how competitive Nat is, I don't think he would have let Coach take him out of the game.
And he is in there, along with Bag and Nicholas and Coleman and Illich.
Wonder if Sam Houston's showing 2-3, 1-2-2, 1-3-1. Yeah, see if they stay in it or match up. I think they're committing to it though.
They're in a.
Oh, they went man. High
Under
low.
20 to go. There is a differential on the shot clock and game clock. Hollenbach 3-pointer. No good. Nat tries to grab the rebound. Did it bounce off of So? That is the call for the moment.
I think that Nat had it in the air and it bounced off So's back out of bounds.
Came down with a Nat with the ball in the air, coming down with it, and it looked as though when he was coming down, it glanced off of So's shoulder. We'll see if that was the last time Nat touched it.
Yeah.
Bounced it right off of So's shoulder.
Yeah. Idaho State's got a foul if they don't get a steal right away.
11.4 to go. Sam Houston a 2-point lead. Trying to keep them from getting it in. Nat with it. And they do get it out of his hands. Nat has been 12 of 14 at the free throw line today. A great free throw shooter. They're able to get it out of his hands without much time going off the clock. And Po' Boy King is fouled. Of course, King, also one of the better shooters on this roster.
If King only makes 1, you wonder if they're going to foul around half court. I'm sure that's a conversation they're talking about as a staff.
Is that a decision that's more philosophical, that you have your mind made up before you get here, or is it situational?
I think that you know what you're doing before. They've had this decision made before this season in a team meeting or something, and it's just whatever Coach Mudge thinks they want to do.
Time on the clock a factor at that point?
Yeah, maybe it's under 7 that they do it. I'm not sure. I know that analytically you should foul if they're up 3, but it doesn't look like they're talking about that. They do have a timeout if they want to, but obviously they can't call a timeout if they miss this free throw.
King got the first to make it a 3-point game, and he gets the second.
To the hoop.
Full court pressure. Guerra. They're looking to get Kyle flaring. Guerra It's Hollenbeck in the corner. 3 balls down.
Foul.
2.1 to go. Sam Houston gets it in quickly. We're going to take a look at how much time came off the clock there. It's 1.5 now.
I don't know if the clock started right away when the ball was entered in bounds.
Like there may have been a little bit of margin of error on both ends of that, the start and the stop.
Yeah, great execution by Idaho State. A little hammer screen on the sideline. Got Hollenbeck that 3. Idaho State doesn't have a timeout to run a play, so they're probably talking about that in the huddle right now.
Hollenbeck, nice job to gather that pass that was a little off target and still knock down the shot. So you see 2.1 as the ball heads out of bounds, ready to be taken in. Sam Houston did a great job of getting it in quickly before a defense was set. It's a matter of how much time came off the clock before that foul was given.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have more time than they're realizing. They can draw something up because I think more time came off the clock. Didn't see it, but when he inbounded the ball, and now you have to wonder if Sam Houston is going to miss the second free throw no matter what, because if they make both, that allows Idaho State to take the ball out of bounds and throw it full court where there's no timeout. If you miss, they have to shoot the ball from 70 feet. They're debating that. They're telling Illich over there to be on the ball and trace the ball. If I'm Sam Houston State, I'm missing the second one and making them make a prayer. Because Coach Looney's drawing up a play for that exact scenario.
If you're Looney right now and it's a 1-point game, are you drawing up a play to get yourself a 2 in case they miss both?
Some kind of full court pass around the three-point line that they can maybe tip or catch and gather to another guy for a 3 or to the hoop, but
you're just worried about the one best play you've got right now.
Yeah, they've practiced this. They've had this special situations. College programs run these all the time. But again, if I'm Sam Houston, I'm missing the second free throw, and if they make a shot from that distance, then they deserve to win. So I don't think Idaho State would be prepared for that either. I don't know what the analytics say with that, though. Illich is definitely going to sub in on the second one, though.
It's actually 1.1.
Yeah,
so it was, you were right. The clock did not start on time.
Yeah, about 0.4 that they missed. And Sam Houston's made some big plays. Some of those guys. Thanks.
You may have heard that explanation from our official there. The clock did start late. The officials timed it at the table with the replay system, and they concluded that there is 1.1 on the clock. 82-81, Sam Houston leading and shooting free throws.
If Begg does miss the second one, he needs to get the heck away from the ball because you don't want any chance of a foul.
Justin Begg, 14 points on the night. He's 4 or 5 at the free throw line. The first is up and good. He had a long time to think about that one.
Yeah.
And that bounce gave us a little bit longer to see if they were going to take a 2-point lead. They did, so now it comes down to what you were discussing. And they've got Illich on the line. No.
He's going to run in and be on the ball if Begg makes this one, to put size on the ball to make that pass hard. Got it.
Begg makes the free throw.
Here he comes. Yep. Guerra's going to run this, I'm sure, to give himself an angle. Yep.
Ball gets all the way down.
Oh.
They've got a shot.
Oh
Kyle,
God.
3-ball. Just missed. They ran the play to perfection. Van de Green had the catch in the air. He had Kyle open on the wing. He's falling away a little bit on the shot, but it's the guy you want getting it up to the rim for a chance to tie. We take one more look at it in traffic.
Wow.
Just misses. And it all comes down to that. Sam Houston hangs on for an 84-81 victory. What an entertaining game to start this Holiday Hoops Classic.
Back and forth the whole second half. Nat and Begg made some big plays down the stretch, both passing and scoring. Idaho State Coach Looney drew up a great play to give themselves an opportunity there at the end.
And that's going to do it for us on this broadcast. We will be back in about a half hour to watch the Idaho Vandals take on Cal State Northridge. Thank you so much for tuning in to us here. We will see you later this evening and back for 2 more on Friday. Good night from Idaho Central Arena.